Go ahead, Walt. Aaron
Oh,
Rodgers on the dark retreat with
so yeah, it's
Browns.
yeah. I guess I just brought this up just because I thought it was just a funny topic. Just Mr. Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers again. So I guess he was on his podcast of I forgot was the Pat McAfee if I'm not
Oh yeah,
mistaken.
yeah. He's like a weekly guest.
Yeah, he's like a weekly person there or whatever. So yeah, I guess he was on the Pat McAfee show and they were pretty much asking him about his future, I guess, with Green Bay Packers. So of course he didn't really get into detail, but he's just pretty much saying like he'll give everybody his answer, I guess, once he comes back from this, dark retreat. I guess which is a such thing. I did look it up. It is such thing, I guess, where it's a retreat where they go. You don't have no electronics, no TV, whatever. I guess what I'm saying. It's just you just I guess kind of clearing your mind like a meditation type of thing, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm guessing, he's going there so he can clear his mind and get ready for his future with Green Bay's or wherever else that will be. So I just thought this was kind of an interesting story. So that's why I wanted to talk about
Hey,
it.
I
So,
swear I think he be lying sometimes. It's like, bro, don't nobody care.
yeah.
Just go on your dark retreat.
But I'm just curious. Is it really a dark retreat, or is he really just going to maybe go get some more of his what do you call that stuff again? Oh
Drugs,
my god,
drugs,
how
drugs.
Well, yeah, well, drugs, but I was trying to be the more the more settled wording for it. But yeah, I guess you can
Hang
say
on.
drugs.
Let me
He's
just
going
say
to get
this.
that green. That's what he's going to get. Let's
Maybe
Go ahead,
maybe
John.
he's preparing to be a Raider to go to the black hole. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's what it is. Maybe their cheer
That's a
section, the
crazy
black
way to
hole.
think about it, but it kind of
Maybe that's what it
makes
is.
sense.
Maybe he's letting them know, like, listen, I've been there. My mind is blank. There's just marbles rolling around,
That's a crazy
and
way to
hopefully
think
a football somewhere in there.
about
But maybe the guy just does whatever his latest girlfriend recommends or something. The last one was like, listen, do some ayahuasca. This next one, she seems a little more emo. Maybe she's like, wear some black. I don't know. Who knows? Next year, he gonna be handling snakes at some crazy church.
come
Who
back
knows?
next year looking like John Wick for real. Black hair, black beard. Like, bro,
Yeah, well, maybe he'll be at a snake handling church next year, and we'll see him come back with some. Who knows?
are you
Whatever.
saying Aaron Rodgers is going through a midlife crisis?
All I'm
Man,
saying
it
is
sounds
like
like
he didn't. No, I'm just saying like he seems very at the whims of whoever he's dating at that time. Maybe who knows? I'm making speculation. I have no clue.
boy, a
But I'm just
gigolo, ain't
saying
he?
like the last girl, her name was literally like Earth Blue or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it was. I'm not surprised he was out there at a hippie retreat doing ayahuasca. I'm not surprised. Like his girlfriend's name was like whatever, but and he's got a new one now. All I'm saying is,
Sorry.
I will say
He's
this:
got
I
money.
don't know that these clearly whatever he did last year did not help him play better after winning 2 straight MVPs. But at the same time, he wasn't bad last year. I'm not sure where that comes from. Like he was still one of the best quarterbacks in the league last year. So no, he did not have an MVP season, but he wasn't bad. He was still one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and anyone would be lucky to have him.
But you know
Unless
what?
you're Kansas City.
He wasn't bad, but he didn't get the job done. When the chips was all on the table, he couldn't beat the Detroit Lions to get to the playoffs. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. I think for the first time in his career, he was 2-0 against the Lions this season.
Yeah, but he's always been bad in win or go home situations, and that was kind of a win or go home situation. He has a terrible record in those games, so I'm not surprised that he's never been that guy. I'm just saying I don't think these off the field actions are what caused. That's all I'm saying. He could be slumping in football. He could be on the downside of his career, but I'm just saying it's not because of the things he's doing off the field. That's all I'm trying to say. That's such a stretch for people to go to.
I do believe though. He's gonna have to do some, connecting with his teammates though, man. Because you doing all these dark retreats, ayahuasca, and all, and then you mad because y'all ain't got a connection. This is the time to build the connection.
That's actually an excellent point. Excellent point for real.
Are you mad? I ain't met you till August, and the season starts in September. Of course, we ain't gonna have a rapport in a month.
I remember when people were upset because like Brady and Mike Evans were out in the park throwing footballs during the middle of COVID, and they were like, "Oh my goodness, they're gonna get the birds sick." And I was like, "Yeah, they're gonna win a Super Bowl too. Just watch them. They're gonna win a Super Bowl." Because while everyone else was staying home, these guys were still out there playing, and that's what I'm saying. Like the AD thing, that don't work. Like, oh, I haven't picked the ball up in 8 months. That's a weird brag. That's not a good brag. Like it shows.
Especially if that's your
I'm not sure what the point is.
But I don't, I think, while he talking about all this, he should be making plans. You got enough money, rent you a mansion, call all your receivers, tight ends, running backs, and y'all spend 2 weeks some secluded area in California, where it ain't no ayahuascas and dark retreats. But, because everybody, just because you do it, don't mean everybody else do it.
They're playing in the dark with a glow-in-the-dark ball.
Right, like, hold on, because I don't do that.
I was about to say that'd be some crazy. That's crazy chemistry right there.
I'm gonna head out. I'll holler at y'all. But no, like seriously, that's what you need to do. You talking about a damn dark retreat? Go on
it's only 4 days, 4 nights, so it's not like you're gonna be there for a long time. So it's not.
He might start acting different.
He already acted different.
They start hitting you with the them people told me about you, like, bro, you tripping. I'll holler at you, bro.
But yeah, honestly, to your point though, I do feel like he do need to pull that type of card, because if you really think about it, all the top quarterbacks, and even not the top tier quarterbacks,
you saw Russ do it last year,
right? Watson, he took the whole team to, what was that, Vegas or something like that, or a cruise or something. Something like that. But it's just the fact that they're trying to build that team chemistry. But Aaron Rodgers is not trying to build team chemistry right now. He just wants to be all for self. But that's why I say that's a great point to make, because this is the time that you need to be putting in that work with your team, because of the fact of, if you want to, I can't really say he needs to put the time, because he doesn't even know if he's going to actually be with the Packers or not. But regardless of whatever his
last year, when two of those top receivers are rookies,
that's true.
Bro, how do you think this works?
But whatever he decides to do after his little 4-day retreat, he needs to go straight to, all right, if I'm about to move my situation, I need to get with this whole offensive line, receivers, tight ends, whatever, the whole shebang, and we need to start early, like you said. So I definitely, that was a great point to make, for sure.
Just me. If I'm a quarterback or something, I'm trying to do something with the receivers one day, linemen the next. Running backs are one day, just something, so we all can have that camaraderie, communication. I don't, I won't. If I was a quarterback, I would want my players and teammates to talk about me the way they talk about Jalen Hurts. Don't nobody say nothing bad about Jalen Hurts. He only been there 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard any bad things about anybody saying anything bad about him, but that's what you want your teammates to do, no matter how great
any of his teammates that criticize him. But I will say, because it seems like Devontae wants him to actually come out there and play, which would be wild. Him with Darren Waller and Devontae, and that would be a great that would be a good offense.
But with him
and gotta have that chemistry though.
With him and Josh McDaniels,
he does. Him and Devontae have the chemistry, and he's never had that tight end.
That's a whole new other offense though, too, though. You feel me? Like that's
right. But think of all the greats, man. They all had a tight end at some point. Whether it was Dallas Clark or Kelsey or I'm like, he's never had that tight end.
Could put Gronk up there. You had to.
Obviously, right.
Crumpler.
I'm going to name them all. I got to name them all, but I'm just saying, he's never had that. So I mean, it would be interesting to see how he plays with a good tight end if Darren Waller can stay healthy.
Yeah, But wherever you go, can you have a teammates retreat? Can you do that? It won't cost you. It might help you get another ring.
I don't know that he hasn't. That's what I'm saying. It's not just because it's not in the news doesn't mean he hasn't. But maybe it'd be good for it to get out that the team has good camaraderie. Who knows?
The reason I'm saying that is because the way he treated his receivers last year, with the whole they're not prepared, and it's like you just got back. Who they gonna prepare with? That's equal to you. Like, come on, bro. you can't leave and then be like, oh man, they ain't right. Help them. You're the Hall of Fame quarterback. You're the top dog here. You supposed to help them get right. You ain't supposed to, be throwing them under the bus. Like, come on.